We live in the greatest country in the world, but many Americans just take it for granted. So we sent Huckabee correspondent Ryan Reese out to find out just how much Americans really know about how our country works.
Guys, do you know what civics is?
A car?
By Honda.
No idea. Didn't take that class in school.
Yeah, I think I took that. I passed, I think.
Who is the current Vice President of the United States?
I don't know. Joe Cheney.
Joe Biden.
What was one important thing Abraham Lincoln did?
18. I know this.
Killed vampires?
Chop down trees.
The cherry tree. No, that was Washington.
Oh.
He's on the penny.
In what month do we vote for the president?
December?
June.
In what month is St. Patrick's Day?
April.
Can you name the supreme law of the land?
Protect the land.
Don't steal.
What is the supreme beef burrito?
At Taco Bell.
Who's the commander-in-chief of the military?
Oh my God. George Washington.
Who's in charge of the Death Star?
That would be Darth Vader.
What are two cabinet-level positions?
Senator? The first shelf and the second shelf.
What are two yoga positions?
Oh, the warrior pose and child's pose.
Where is the Statue of Liberty?
Right here in Texas. Somewhere around here. Over there. It's over there.
Wow, you can't make this stuff up. Well, my next guest says the lack of knowledge of civics and appreciation of our Constitution is a fundamental reason for America's problems. Academy Award-winning actor Richard Dreyfuss joins me now. Richard, great having you back. Thank you so much. You know, I hear this stuff, it's so troubling. People tend to not know anything about our country. Why do people need to know about our Constitution?
Because we were responsible for the greatest revolution in the history of man's civilization. We gave to 98% of the human race freedoms that they had been lashed for, lost fingers for, or had their heads chopped off for, and we gave it to them for free. And we are the most revolutionary nation that has ever been and ever will be. And we don't know enough about our Constitution or our history to know why we should be proud of it.
You know, Richard, I admire you so much because unlike so many people who use the Constitution as a battering ram to just, you know, push at some other political position, you really elevate this whole discussion to something above the partisanship and the pettiness. And you look at it from the standpoint of what makes America an exceptional country and why freedom is so valuable to us. Do you find yourself sometimes saying, gee, there aren't many of us who look at it like this?
Oh, yeah, every day. George Washington said the Constitution should be central, the parties should be peripheral. Now we've got it all backed around, and now the parties are central, and the Constitution is peripheral. We don't know anything about why the Constitution is the most single greatest step towards humans improving civilization since the beginning of man's sojourn on Earth.
You know, one of the things I admire, you don't just talk about this stuff, you've actually launched a very significant effort called the Dreyfuss Project. I want you to describe for our audience exactly what you're doing to bring this to fore for Americans.
Okay, let me put it to you in this way. You'll recognize this. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Is there anything in that statement that anyone out there would disagree with?
I cannot imagine that they would. I cannot imagine that anybody wouldn't find some comfort in the preamble to the Constitution.
And I have spoken to 180,000 people, and not one of them has disagreed with you. And yet, when I went to Washington and talked to the representatives, the organizations that rep them from the right to the left, any of them, none of them were willing to sign it. So I would like to say to you, Mike, I would like you to sign the preamble. I'd like you to ask your audience to sign it. And if I get 500,000 signatures, I'm going to call for a civil strike, 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific time. Nobody goes anywhere, nobody does, nobody buys, nobody calls, nobody does nothing for 30 minutes. Not enough to hurt the economy, but enough to remind them that we're there. We are the sovereign power in this country. You just said it. You said that, you said, thank you, but you said that we can choose to have the state governments take care. We don't choose. It's in the Constitution. Education is in the hands of the states, and we have the right to tell the federal government, get the out of here. And we do it.
Well,
And
Richard,
the people who are applauding now, they do it.
I want to tell you right now, without any hesitation, you bet I'll sign it. I'll encourage everyone in our audience to sign it. I'll put it on my website, and they can also go to your website and sign it. I want to just say the Dreyfuss Initiative that you are chairing and heading up, I think is significant, and I hope people across the country will recognize your leadership in this and will visit your website. We'll put a link to your website on mine, because I want people to recognize that you're providing something that we haven't seen in a long time, and that's a real appreciation for the United States
That's right.
of America.
Whenever you hear someone say, American exceptionalism, you should turn to that person and say, if you don't prove that statement, I want to hit you right in the mouth. Because they don't prove it, and they can.
Richard, thank you for being here. It is always a pleasure to visit with you. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, as scientists continue to search for a cancer cure, what if there was a drug that could help you lead a fulfilling life while living with cancer? Noreen Fraser with news on a drug that does just that, coming up.